What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Moo Moo Trades. We're back with another chart analysis of the S&P 500 futures. Today was a FOMC announcement day, so it was very slow, very choppy until the latter part of the day. And I want to preface this video by saying I did live stream. My first official live stream was this morning, so stay tuned for more live streams to come. And also take a look at the top of this page if you guys want to use Apex Trader funding for some risk-free trading and trade with other people's money. Use my discount code, and my link is in the description. You can be the first official one to to use my affiliate link. But let's get into the video. So really, the day started right around here. We had some sort of a weak uptrend, but really we were just in a clear trading range. So we just got to draw our trading range with our clear highs, our clear lows, and we look for failed breakouts. But really, there was, in my opinion, not many worthwhile setups to take for several hours. So it's really just going up and down, and there's really nothing worthwhile taking. I mean, we're just in this congestion, and we finally have a breakout, so we just draw our short-term uptrends, but we're really just looking to test the previous high of the day. We have a break of the uptrend, we have a new high, and some people might be thinking, okay, we broke out, it's time to go long, but in reality, it makes sense that we're potentially just in a larger trading range, so we're still looking to potentially go short. So we have another exhaustion leg up, and then we have actually a lower high right here. It is more of an aggressive trade. You're going low at the very bottom of this move. An aggressive trader might argue for that, but it's not below the EMA, so I would wait for further confirmation. And now we actually have first entry long, second entry long, but we must respect this short-term downtrend. So if you had taken a long right there, you're really going long at the very end of the move. The uptrend already clearly had a break and a new high, and we actually didn't get a trigger, but now we officially have a break and a new low of this short-term downtrend. So there's really no clear direction to go short or long at the moment. We do have an interesting spot right here. So we can see that we have a sort of wider term downtrend, and we have a few lower highs and then another confirmation with this nice bear signal bar. A lot of traders did take this and they were rewarded for it in real time, but I just didn't like it because you would be going short at the very low of the move. There's still a couple ticks from the top of the bar to the EMA, so it is more of an aggressive trade. It did work out, but we basically reached the middle of the overall trading range. If we draw a midline, we can see that, yeah, we're actually bouncing perfectly right there. If we zoom out, we're really just in the range. So there is a downward bias because we're at the top of the trading range. We expect to reach the bottom side. And actually, this is an interesting spot right here. So we have this uptrend working higher. We have a clear break and a new high. And then we have another attempt at a new high with a very bearish signal bar. So it's also, if we count from this low, first entry short, second entry short, and I can argue for that trade all day, and it worked out. I believe I actually took that trade on the live stream, and it looks like we're just having another sort of trading range forming. So we have a leg working down, we have a break, new low, first entry long, second entry long. Didn't get triggered before we push down and continue working lower. If we draw our short-term leg once again, we just have a break, couple legs to a new low. Nothing that really catches my eye. We have another leg, break, new low, and then we are reaching the bottom side of the trading range. So we made a new low for the day, and we're expecting now to go to the top side of the trading range. We have a higher low here, but once again, it's just at the high of the move. It's not touching the EMA, so it is more risky. But on days like today, it's just better to wait for the perfect setups. And then now we have the news announcement, so we finally get a lot of volatility. And for the next 15-20 minutes or so, it really just doesn't make sense. It's not worthwhile to take any aggressive trades, especially because of how volatile the market is. You don't know what direction we're really going to be headed. Here we have a second entry short, but we haven't had a new high of this short-term leg. So we have a first entry short, second entry short, doesn't actually get triggered, but now we have a break and a new high of this short-term leg. And it looks like we're just getting some resistance right here. So we also have a larger first entry short, second entry short. This bar is just way too big if you're going for a scalp. The price action works, so you could mark this as a trade, but it's more than a 5-point risk, so it really doesn't make sense to take that trade. But on an overall context, we are basically okay, we bounced out of this range, and it makes sense to then potentially see if the range we had was really just in fact a midline of overall trading range of the day. Because if we look at the new midline we have drawn, and we sort of make it like so, let's see if this midline then comes to play, which was basically just the previous high that we had of the range. So we're just bouncing. If we get up to these levels again, we can look to go short. So we do have another interesting setup right here. It's kind of a hidden second entry short, but I do like this trade. So we have a leg working up, we have a break and a new high, and a nice bearish signal bar. Once again, it's like a 6.5-point risk. In real time, I did actually like this trade. I didn't take it just because of the risk, but we can see that prices end up rocketing down. And then we have another nice second entry short opportunity. We're still looking to test this new low. First entry short, second entry short, but we're going low right into the support level. It worked out, but once again, it's an aggressive trade. It's really better if this had formed before we had reached the bottom side of the trading range. You could take it if you're an aggressive trader, because we're still looking to reach the ultimate lows of the day, because we came from the top side of the trading range, and you would have got rewarded if you took that risk. And then we do reach the bottom side of the trading range, and we bounce out, which is expected. Here we actually have a failed second entry short. So first entry short, second entry short. And once again, if you're an aggressive trader, you might have taken this trade, but in my opinion, it's better to wait for this to form above the EMA, because you really aren't sure if this is really a wide term downtrend, and we're just looking for a break and test out a new low before bouncing higher. But on a day like today, you're just hoping that you get a nice setup, but sometimes you gotta just wait till the next day. We bounce out of the trading range, and here's actually a trade that I like. So we finally reached the top side once again, so we want to look to fade the breakout. We have a clear leg working up, We have a break and 2 legs to a new high. Then we have a first entry short, second entry short if the next bar breaks below this one. Very, very good place to fade the breakout and to look for a potential reversal. And it worked out for scalp. Before we did have a couple more legs higher. We're just working sideways and then we end up plummeting down. So now we can look for potential second entry shorts. At this point of the day, the markets were moving very fast. No chance to enter close to the EMA. Here we actually have a hidden second entry short. So if we draw a wider term downtrend, it makes sense that we ended up pushing down because, like I said before, we didn't actually end up getting a new low of this wide term downtrend, which looks valid. So you could argue for this trade as well, hidden second entry short. But once again, it's just away from the EMA. So if you're more of an aggressive trader and you see this as a sort of zone of resistance, that would have been a great trade. But we just have some hesitation. And yeah, I mean, not too many setups on a day like today. Markets were absolutely crazy. We do have a failed second entry short right here. And actually, you could see this as a short-term leg up, break new high. Maybe mark that as an aggressive trade once again. But first entry long, second entry long, failure. Once again, it is closing right at the low of the move. So even if it worked this time, it might not work next time. And honestly, that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Here's actually a nice setup once again. So I'm not wrapping up the video just yet, but there's only about 15 minutes to market close at this point. But we basically have leg working up, break, new high, lower high confirming the bearish momentum. And that was our final leg down for the day. So few setups if you were aggressive. See you guys for another one tomorrow. I might be live streaming depending on when this video goes up. It's kind of late right now, so it might go up tomorrow afternoon. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one.